Hi, I'm comedian, ventriloquist, and car enthusiast Jeff Dunham, and I'm standing next to what I think is one of the coolest vehicles on the planet. It's a 1970 Plymouth Cuda. Because of my love and enthusiasm for all things Mopar, not long ago Chrysler came to me and they said, hey, you want to work on a project together? I said, what is it? And they said, well, we have some new technology we want to introduce at SEMA 2012. I said, that's in 6 weeks. And they said, that's right. And I said, okay, what is it? Well, a few phone calls were made, some guys showed up at my house, and we started planning. Scott, good to see you.
Jeff, good to see you.
And?
Mark TROSTLE.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
and
you.
Mark, you do what?
I am the head of SRT, Mopar, and motorsports design. I got like the coolest job at Chrysler.
Oh yeah, so to a big shot with a t-shirt, we love that. Alan Palmer is going to be our builder.
Alan.
So your guys have some designs in mind for what we're going to be doing on this project.
We narrowed it down to three rough proposals, if you will. As I mentioned, we can get into color of this one.
Well, there you go. There was nothing more fun than walking around the, I guess it was whatever store back then and picking out your Hot Wheels. And I always love the brightly colored ones. And to me, if we're going to do something like this, it's got to scream fun. Yeah. I've had more of a purple in mind, I guess. So it'll be fun to explore those colors.
Yeah, everything we do in the studio and to me, all successful hot rods or muscle cars have a consistent theme from front to back. Exaggerating some of the shapes on the car that, people that remember those cars, but making them a little more heroic, if you will, the wheel flares.
To me, the fender flares, again, are the most obvious in this. For example, this right here, there's that little tiny lip right there, versus where you go down here, and this is the more sharper of the angles, and that to me kind of looks like the more bolted on kind of. Whereas if you go down here, this is the one to me more in the wheelhouse of what we're thinking about, where obviously this has some thought to it and this whole body was done with that extra flare in mind.
This is actually the Mopar hood. It's modeled after the old TA hood.
It looks great. One of the things I like about the renderings here with the grille and the headlamps and all that is it's going back to that retro thing, back to the 70s.
It really plays up the grille, and the lamps can glow behind it. I think it would be a really, really cool look.
So yeah, and then the diffuser there.
Yeah, diffuser, and again, trying to do some things that again honor the past, if you will. And then we added the dive plane of that. Yeah,
the dive plane will be cool. It'll be Alan. It'll be interested to see what we do of this and how you come up with these pieces. I have that 3D printer. If you get bored, we can always print some pieces.
That process is already going through.
Right. It's the end of August right now. It's almost exactly 2 months until SEMA at the end of October. Here we are with a bunch of great ideas and some drawings and a picture on a computer. So, Mark, it's up to you to get us the 2012 Challenger SRT 8, a brand new one, right?
Brand new one.
And it has to be a 6-speed.
Absolutely.
None of this automatic business on a car like this, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, that's great. And we would prefer black. I've talked to Alan. Scott, from you, we're going to need that brand new engine, and that's going to be the big surprise. It's an amazing thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's a big secret right now.
It is.
All right, and we're announcing it in these webisodes. Yep. Absolutely, that's great. So, Alan, think you can do it?
Of course we can do it.
All right. All right, we got it all planned out. Now it's time to go to the dealership and pick up a car. So we are on our way to Motor Village, LA, which is downtown Los Angeles, to the Chrysler dealership, and we're going to pick up the 2012 Challenger. I think this is my favorite part. So I drove away from the dealership, put a few miles on it down the freeway, pulled off. Now I wanted to get to know the car a little bit, just look at all the electronic doodads and the stuff. I love the layout of this thing. I did notice, however, on the visor up here, it says, dear valued customer, and they run through a few things. I noticed on the powertrain and drivetrain, engine and transmission, your vehicle has a recommended 500-mile break-in period during which hard accelerations should be avoided. There's now 14 miles on the car. That's close enough, right? doesn't void the warranty, right? Next on Project Ultraviolet, everything we have to build the car.